The first software we'll take a look at is Microsoft Update. The service takes care of the automatic updating of an operating system and a large number of the most popular Windows programs, such as Microsoft Office and SQL Server. You can also change this default and recommended setting and update programs manually. In this case, the service will issue notifications on available updates. How does Microsoft Update work? This fully automatic process runs a system service that runs on a schedule every 17 to 22 hours. This schedule is not fixed. The randomness of intervals helps to prevent all computers connected to the internet attempting to reach Microsoft Update servers to check for and download updates at the same time. This wouldn't scale well. Our computer connects to the service and downloads a digitally signed file, an XML document, that has the latest information about available updates. The information is detailed and contains also knowledge articles on a specific update. This means that we have an authoritative and trusted source of information on updates for the current time. We know what updates should be installed. Now it's enough to compare your computer configuration, the list of installed updates, against what should be installed, against a list contained in a digitally signed XLM file. Next steps depend on your selected settings. Windows Installer asks the question. If your selected option differs from Microsoft's recommendations, your notification bar in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen will contain notification messages. You might receive messages on new updates, or updates might be automatically downloaded but not installed, or the process might be fully automatic. The procedure is completed with an update of computer progress information. The point of that is to repeat the steps in another 17 to 22 hours. As we mentioned, a WSUS server is a component of the Windows Server 2008 system. This software is purchased along with the system. We don't mean to advertise some solutions or force them on you, but you might act on the assumption that if you buy something, you might as well use it, especially if the software is as useful as WSUS. If you manage a small-sized enterprise, you're probably also tasked with security as well as administrative works. This combination is rather peculiar in itself, since the administrator's task is to make users' work as easy as possible and make a system fully functional. In contrast, a security professional's task is essentially making users' lives more difficult. Security staff have to implement solutions that are secure and not above all convenient. Smaller businesses usually join the two functions. If apart from this, you are also saddled with a couple more responsibilities, taking up another duty and another service that requires monitoring and configuration is probably the last thing you want to hear about. If this is the case, the WSUS server is a good solution. The server works as a proxy server for Microsoft Update. Our configuration will be less intricate than the one you see in the diagram. We'll have the WSUS server and, directly, client computers. Additionally, the client computers will not be grouped in any way. Each client computer that is a member of a domain will have a local WSUS server configured as a localization of the Windows Update service through group rules. All this takes is to set 3 options in group rules. Client computers will then connect to our WSUS server instead of connecting after 17 to 22 hours to Windows Update. They will check there if there are any updates available. The role of our server is to synchronize a local copy of the selected update. You can specify if you're interested in updates in a given language version, and in updates for a specific type of software. If they're available, the computers will simply download them. A benefit this configuration provides is that once updates are downloaded from the internet and saved on a single computer's disk, they will be sent over the entire network. The process is made quicker and more fail-safe now. The range of possibilities offered by a WSUS server extends beyond the simplest configuration. You could take some time and experiment with configurations in this server. Above, you can see a WSUS server console in the Windows Server 2008 version. This tool offers, among other things, the feature to divide computers into groups. You can split computers, for example, into two groups and set different automatic update approval options for both of them. One group can be made for test PCs and another for computers belonging to senior management. You probably wouldn't want to run experiments and see if things work after the update on those PCs. Moreover, all computers will support information on their progress. If you open a window, you'll see the data related to all computers in a domain, all computers that connect to a WSUS server. The information also contains a summary as well as graphic reports that show update progress and percentages for specific machines and potential missing updates. This breakdown is offered per computers, per updates, and per software.